Okay, sir. I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Good afternoon to the participants. I think we are moving towards session 3, and the topic is a research hypothesis. And our expert, I think Dr. Anupam Das, have already taken the session 2, that is on research, nature and concept. And in the previous discussion, he was discussing about the importance of research and data collections, basically how you define data and how, what is sampling. And in detail, I think he will discuss about hypothesis, how you and how the hypothesis is more important while you choosing your objective in the thesis or while writing any paper. So now I think I don't think Dr. Anupam Das need any introduction about this, because he has already teach this subject to our PhD as well as the MTech students, and he has done his PhD from IIT Kharagpur. So now I will hand over to Dr. Anupam Das, who will deliver our third session on research hypothesis. Over to you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
We are having some issues with the network, I think. So we have to.
Now it is okay, sir. Now it is okay.
Now it is okay. Yeah. So we were having some. Okay. Anyway, so this we have to take into account. We have to take into stride these issues. Okay. So to start with, okay. So the next topic, okay, so that we are going to discuss is research hypothesis. Okay. So research hypothesis, or the more appropriate, I shouldn't be saying, the more appropriate topic would be, or the more specific would be, to be more specific, it is called statistical hypothesis testing, right? So it is called statistical hypothesis testing. So what we what we mean by hypothesis? So if you look at the dictionary meaning, the literal meaning of hypothesis, hypothesis is basically, we can say that any assumption is termed as, is termed as hypothesis. Any assumption is termed as hypothesis. So whatever we are assuming, so a hypothesis is also, hypothesis means assumption, or anything which hasn't been yet, so or basically the, or which hasn't been, hypothesis is the, or we also can call it belief. Hypothesis can also, we can also call it belief. Okay. Now, suppose in hypothesis test, what we do in research hypothesis, so we assume something to be true. Okay, we assume something, we want to take either our assumption, whatever we are assuming to be true, or whatever it is, true or false, whether our assumption that we are assuming a certain belief, whether that assumption we can approve or disapprove. Okay, the assumption that we are holding, whether we can approve that assumption or disapprove that assumption. So to come to that conclusion, okay, so yes, somebody is raising his hand. Any issue? Farooq Alam, he is raising his hand.
No, there is no issues. He's just telling that he's present.
Okay, fine. I think, yeah. Okay.
I will take care of other issues. Don't worry, I will take care of other issues.
Okay, okay, fine, sir. Yeah. So hypothesis. So again, coming to the point, hypothesis is basically defined as an hypothesis can be termed as an assumption. Okay. The assumption. So hypothesis testing or research hypothesis, what it deals with? It deals with basically, okay, so it basically deals with the procedure to either approve or disapprove an assumption or a belief. Suppose we believe, suppose we have a certain belief. We believe that, okay, that the, say for example, the universe started with a big bang. So suppose this is, say, some 40 years ago, this was the, say some scientists, they believe that university started with a big bang. Now they would carry out some test, okay, to ascertain whether to approve this hypothesis or disapprove this hypothesis. Now the test which is conducted to either approve or disapprove a certain set of belief, which is known as hypothesis, is known as hypothesis testing. And if the hypothesis testing is carried out by employing statistical means, then it is known as statistical hypothesis testing. I think I'm clear up to this point. This is known as statistical hypothesis. Now, here, so what we do, so basically here, so hypothesis, so now statistical hypothesis testing in our research work. So how do we, where do we employ? कहाँ पे हम इसको use करते हैं? Where do we employ? And what are the circumstances? What are the circumstances that force us or that compels us to employ statistical hypothesis test? I am giving you an so let us give you an example. Say suppose I'm taking an example. So you have basically developed a new material, whatever material or alloy, you have developed a new alloy, or you have taken a new alloy, and you believe that the tensile strength of that alloy, tensile strength is the property of its whatever its strength or whatever its toughness or whatever you call it. So you believe that the tensile strength of the alloy that you have developed is greater than the existing value, or greater than some value, or greater whatever the prevalent alloy counter or prevalent similar alloys, it is greater than the tensile strength of those values. Okay, say suppose you have developed a new a new type of steel, a new type of high-speed steel. Okay, so you have developed a new type of high-speed steel. You believe that the hardness of that high-speed steel is greater than the already hardness of the already prevalently used hardness of the high-speed steel that are currently available. You believe that. Okay. Now, in order to ascertain your belief, what you do, the new alloy or the new high-speed steel that you have developed, you basically subject it to certain test, hardness test or whatever you call it. You subject it to hardness test. Say suppose, for example, you prepare a total of 10 samples or 10 samples of that alloy, that hardness, that new high-speed steel that you have devised or that you have developed, and you basically measure its hardness via a hardness testing machine, and then you calculate the mean value. Obviously, if you calculate the mean value, now if that mean value is basically, if that mean value is basically greater than the tensile strength of the existing or the hardness of the existing high-speed steel that is available, you can say that, yeah, we can conclude that the high-speed steel that we have recently developed, or it is having greater hardness. So our hypothesis basically, so our belief holds. But is the question that simple? What if somebody asks that you have come to so you have arrived at this conclusion by considering only 10 samples. Okay. You have arrived at the conclusion. What is the guarantee that if I go on testing more samples, they are going to fetch me the same result? Is there any guarantee? Say I collect up to the nth sample. Okay, nth sample, and I test its hardness. So is it going to fetch me the same result? Is there any guarantee? What will be your answer? How can you say with so much surety that it's gonna give me the same answer? So you say I don't know. Then basically the examiner or whatever, then how did you arrive at the conclusion? By just considering 10 means, by just considering 10 sample values. How did you arrive at the conclusion? You cannot arrive at a conclusion. Then what is the way out? Obviously you cannot carry out testing infinite number of times to arrive at the conclusion. आपको कहीं तो ब्रेक लगाना पड़ेगा ना जी, कहाँ ब्रेक लगाइएगा? तो क्या कर, तो उसका हमारे पास क्या, what is the way out? The way out is to carry out statistical hypothesis testing. So what is our hypothesis? Our hypothesis is that the mean hardness strength of the newly developed alloy or of the newly developed high-speed steel is greater than the hardness value of the existing high-speed steel that is already available. Okay, this is our assumption. So how do we arrive at the conclusion whether to accept whether to approve the assumption or to disapprove the assumption? We cannot arrive at the decision just by considering a finite number of sample values, 5, 10, 15, whatever it is. There will always be a question, what if we go on up to the nth sample, where n is a very large number, it is going to fetch me the same result. Then you are at a loss. आपके पास क्या जवाब होगा? आपके पास यही जवाब, तब आपके पास जवाब तब क्या होगा? तो then you have to, what will be your, basically then you will say that we have to carry out a statistical hypothesis test, whether the hypothesis, whether our, so what statistical hypothesis test will do? Statistical hypothesis test will let you know whether the conclusion that you have drawn from that limited number of sample, that is whatever it is, 5, 10, 15, whether that conclusion that you have drawn with limited number of sample, whether that conclusion is correct, it holds or not. So here, if you carry out this via, so the test which you will conduct, so that is known as statistical hypothesis test. Okay. So this is the application of statistical hypothesis test. This is how we take it. इसी इसको कहते हैं. It has got one of the paramount importance. Say suppose your example जैसे आपके research work में कैसे काम आएगा, ठीक है? Say suppose you have say कोई भी experimental work आप किए हो, you have done some experimental work, and you want to, say suppose civil engineering, people from civil engineering branch department, say suppose they have developed a new formulation for making concrete. New formulation for making concrete. They have developed those concrete slabs, and they are claiming that these concrete slabs have a compressive strength of greater than this value, a particular value. ठीक है? इसका compressive strength जो है, जो existing का सबसे ज्यादा, मतलब एक particular value जो existing जो है, जो सबसे ज्यादा है, उससे ये basically it is having a compressive strength greater than some particular value. This is a very thing. So what you will do? So if you want to test this hypothesis or belief, you will prepare that a finite number of slabs, and you will subject to compressive strength test. ठीक है ना? आप उसके कोई मशीन के उस बीच में रखिएगा, फिर देखिएगा कि एक उसमें फोर्स डालिएगा, कंप्रेसिव फोर्स डालिएगा, और देखिएगा कि कब वो कोलैप्स करता है वो कंक्रीट, और उस कोलैप्स ब्रेकिंग जब कोलैप्स करता है, आप मेजर कीजिएगा कि आपका फोर्स कितना है, ठीक है ना। एंड इफ इट इज ग्रेटर देन द एग्जिस्टिंग कंक्रीट का ब्रेकिंग स्ट्रेंथ से ज्यादा है, अगर 10 उसका 10 हर एक स्लैब का आप बेसिकली यू विल मेजर द कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ and you will come to a conclusion. If their mean value is greater than the existing value, then you will come to the conclusion, no, the new concrete slabs are better. But the question again here is, you have come to the conclusion just by considering a finite number of slabs, 5 10 जो भी। अगर वही क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछता है कि भाई क्या गारंटी है कि अगर, ठीक है, अगर 50वां स्लैब लिया जाता, 50th स्लैब लिया जाता, वो सेम ही आंसर देता, it would have fetched me the same answer, ठीक है। then आपके पास, then you are at a loss, तब आपके पास क्या जवाब होता है, you would have been at a loss of words। तब आपको क्या करना है, so basically what your answer would be, sir, we will perform the statistical hypothesis test, and if the statistical hypothesis, if the results, okay, the statistical hypothesis test, it will give you either a result, either to accept the hypothesis or to reject the hypothesis. Okay? It will give you a result in a fashion that either you have to accept the hypothesis or reject the hypothesis. So you can safely claim that, okay, the answer, that the conclusion that we are drawing, it is holding. Basically, whatever the test that you, whatever the result that you find out in your, okay, basically in your research work, to validate that result, statistical validation, you can do it by statistical hypothesis test. Am I clear? I'm again repeating. Okay, so in your application, basically, whenever you want to validate any result which you have obtained by carrying out finite number of experimental tests. Okay, if you want to validate that result, whether that result will hold, whether that result is basically, if you carry out that result, if you carry out that experiment, repeat that experiment n number of times, the result is not going to deviate. It will remain more or less the same. So that hypothesis or that assumption, it can be verified, it can be validated by statistical hypothesis test. Okay? So this is statistical hypothesis test. So here also what we are doing, since it is a statistical method, so in my earlier session, I gave you definition about statistics. So what is statistics? So statistics is basically, it draws what? Conclusion about the population by analyzing the sample. Here also, we are considering a small sample, say of size 5 or 10. And we are drawing conclusion about the entire population, that is the entire result. And in the entire, entire, how many, the number can be infinite. How many tests you can perform? Say tensile strength, or how many slabs you can basically, how many slabs you can manufacture the concrete slab? Infinite number of, theoretically, infinite number of. So it is drawing conclusion about those infinite number of new slabs that you have developed. It is drawing conclusion about those infinite number of slabs by just analyzing 10 slabs or 5 slabs, whatever is the sample size. Okay, carry out is so statistical hypothesis. So it is a statistical method. So it basically, the definition of statistics, it fits into it. It draws inference about the population by analyzing the sample. Okay. Now another means the more the more specific definition of statistical hypothesis test is, because this chapter, because statistical hypothesis, more or less, this is a bit technical in nature. Okay, इसमें हम अगर समझाएंगे भी वर्ड से, so those who are having a basically a bit background of statistics, थोड़ा सा भी, Okay, so they will find it a bit easier to understand, but I will make it layman's language से, ठीक है, जितना हो सके I will try to explain it from a layman's point of view, because anyway I am not also an expert in statistics, I am also a layman, ठीक है, because मैं भी कोई, ठीक है, I only know the application part, somewhat application part, because I am not a statistician. Rather, I am not a mathematician, I am not a statistician. So basically, I am an engineer by profession, and I am an engineer by practice, by education. I'm an engineer by education, so our maths aren't that strong. So basically, our maths, so we only learn that much amount of maths or that much maths, which only helps us to solve certain application problems. We don't go into deep into it. ठीक है ना, हमको नया theorems नहीं निकालना है. हमको नया basically we don't have to find new theorems, new postulates. हमें नया नहीं निकालना है. That is the job of the statistician, the mathematician. Our job is that of whatever they are developing, we have to use those to solve practical problems. This is the role of engineers. Okay. Okay, so statistical hypothesis test तो थोड़ा बहुत समझ आया होगा कि statistical hypothesis test क्या करता है, ठीक है. So statistical hypothesis test, इसके बाद now the specific definition of statistical hypothesis test, ठीक है, the specific definition जो भी है, what is basically it draws, I am saying, ठीक है, the more specific definition of statistical hypothesis test, it is used for basically drawing inference about the population parameter by analyzing the sample statistics. ये समझ अभी आया नहीं होगा तो I will make as ठीक है, so as we discuss, ठीक है, it will become a bit clear. So the statistical hypothesis test is basically, it is a statistical technique which draws inference about the population parameter by your analyzing the sample statistic, STS, TIS, TICs without an S. Okay, so what is a statistic? What is a parameter? So that in due course I will explain. So now what I would be doing is, since this is a bit of a technical session, so it is a bit of a technical session. So I would request your coordinator from time to time to allow you to ask one or two questions if there are any lingering doubts. Okay, because if it goes on accumulating, it don't, because it is not a general session, it is a bit of a technical session. So yeah, Dr. Deepak, so if you can,
yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, if you can kindly allow for one or two questions for clarification. If
yes, now I am unmuting all the attendees. And I will ask them.
बस दो questions लूंगा फिर इसके बाद.
Yes.
अगर किसी के पास doubt हो तो.
If any queries or anything you want to ask, you can directly ask to our expert.
Till now.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This is Preetha Ghosh, sir. Sir, that means in case of this statistical hypothesis testing, the sample size is very, very important. It forms an important aspect in case of statistical hypothesis testing. Yeah,
not in only statistical hypothesis testing, the sample size, it basically in all statistical method, it is a very important, it plays an important role. It obviously plays an important role. Yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Should I? Okay, then should I proceed?
I think, is there any question from the participant or shall we move? I don't think there is a question, so we can proceed.
Okay, fine. So next is, so how do we basically so then, yeah, the next is how do we proceed, means how we carry out, means to a statistical hypothesis testing. How do we carry out a statistical hypothesis test? So how do we carry out? So now basically, if to carry out a statistical hypothesis test, there are a certain set of procedure, means there are a certain set of sequential steps. So if I can, so first of all, what we need to do is, if when we are solving a statistical hypothesis test, the first is formulation of hypothesis statement. Okay, the first step. The first step is we have to formulate the hypothesis statement. Okay. Next is we have to select an appropriate test statistic. Okay, we have to find an appropriate test statistic. So at this juncture, so what I will do is I am going to use my digital writing pad. Okay, so I'm going to connect the digital writing pad, and some of the stuff I haven't prepared a slide on this because I don't, because first of all I am very not comfortable with teaching with slides. This is my personal, I'm not comfortable, and it involves some mathematical manipulation, so which I think it can be best explained according to me via this digital writing pad. So, and one thing is my writing isn't that very good. Isn't that very good? So please cope with me. So I will try my best. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm fixing my writing pad. Okay, and I will continue from there. Let me see. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, so is it visible, Deepak sir?
It is visible. Is it visible?
Okay, fine.
It's visible now. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I would be using this figure. So for some of the discussions I would be using the, okay, fine. So here, so the steps. Okay, so what we are discussing here is steps in statistical hypothesis testing. What are the steps that we need to carry out in order to perform a statistical hypothesis test? Statistical hypothesis test. Okay. Statistical hypothesis test. So the number one is formation of, it is formation of hypothesis formation of hypothesis statement. Okay, the first step is formation of hypothesis statement. Okay, now we have two hypothesis statement. So the hypothesis statement is basically, there are in statistical hypothesis statement there are two hypotheses. One which we wish to approve, and another one which we wish to disapprove. Okay, one we what we wish to approve, जो हमको मानना है वो, और दूसरा वाला जो नहीं मानना है. ठीक है? Okay, so basically generally it is not the, because it is not the hard and fast rule, but generally, okay, the hypothesis or the belief that we wish to approve, it is known as alternative hypothesis, and the hypothesis that we wish to disapprove, it is known as null hypothesis. So I'm again saying the hypothesis statement, formulation of hypothesis statements. So I can say that the hypothesis statement Okay, so this hypothesis statement, it can be divided into two parts. So basically we have one is null hypothesis statement, और दूसरा वाला alternate or alternative hypothesis statement. My writing isn't that good, legible, ठीक है ना? So kindly. So this is what we have. So we have null hypothesis, we have alternate hypothesis. So here, so basically what is null hypothesis generally? Generally, what is null hypothesis? What is the null hypothesis? So null hypothesis is basically the hypothesis statement. We can say that the hypothesis statement that one wishes to disapprove. APPROV, that one wishes to disapprove. And what is the alternate hypothesis? Alternative hypothesis. So it is the hypothesis which one wishes to approve. Okay, fine. Now, okay, so the best example, because since the best example for here is to basically what I believe is to basically your cite an example. Okay, so let me cite an example from the book, that is the Statistics and Probability for Engineers by Douglas C. Montgomery. Because let me cite an example from that book. Okay, so that will make a bit easier for it, because this is a bit technical in nature. Some of you at this juncture may find it a bit boring also. Okay, some of you may find it a bit boring also. But I don't find it. I cannot find a better way of making was testing, because before this, what I should admit is, before under this topic, it requires some statistical basic statistical your knowledge on it. Some basic statistical knowledge it would have been, or either if I go on imparting those basic statistical concepts, then it will cover the entire 1.5 hours. Okay, so that is the problem. So what I will do is, to the best of my ability, I will try to explain it in the most in the best possible lucid manner. Okay, and if you want to, you can, if you carry out a further reading on it, you will understand a bit. Okay, ना आपको समझ आ जाएगा थोड़ा बहुत if you go for a further reading. Okay. So if I carry out, say, let me basically pick up a simple example to make the point clear. Okay. So it will be of आपको समझ आ जाएगा धीरे धीरे. So let me pick up a small example. Yeah. One minute. Yeah. So I am giving you an example. Say suppose here the example is the mean tensile. यहाँ पे, ठीक है, the mean tensile strength. Okay, so the question over here is the mean tensile strength of a synthetic fiber ठीक है, used for making bags is an important quality characteristic. ठीक है, so what I'm saying is there is a manufacturing facility. ठीक है, so let me simplify the question. There is a manufacturing facility, right? FCLITY. There is a manufacturing facility which specializes, basically this manufacturing specializes in making synthetic bags. ठीक है, and the quality and the tensile strength of the bags is an important characteristic, or is an important property, right? Is an important property. ठीक है, the basically now the experimenter, or the basic experimenter, the process engineer, he or she believes that the mean tensile strength of the synthetic bags, it is greater, okay? Basically it exceeds your 50 psi. Okay, what it means, what is the, okay, so he believes that the mean tensile strength, so the mean tensile strength, let me denote it by mu. So mu, so this is the mean tensile strength. Okay, mean tensile strength. Mu stands for the mean tensile strength. It is greater than 50 psi. Pound, psi means it is a FPS unit, pound per square inch. That is the process engineer believes. Now whether this belief is true or false, whether this belief can be approved or disapproved. Okay? So for that, what he does, the process engineer, he collects a sample of 16 synthetic bags. And measures their tensile strength. Okay. Measures this tensile strength. So now, you will obviously argue that based on the measurement of the 16 synthetic bag, he can come to the conclusion whether or not. But again, I am asking the same question that I asked before. He is arriving. Okay, if you arrive at the conclusion by only testing 16 synthetic bag, what is the guarantee that if you go on testing synthetic bags, say suppose the 30th, the 35th, the 50th, or the 100th synthetic bag, it will fetch you the same result? There is no guarantee. So what you need to do in order to test this hypothesis, okay, you have to carry out a statistical hypothesis test. Okay, you have to carry out a statistical hypothesis test. Next, what you do in statistical, so now basically you have the data in this form. आपके पास data है, ठीक है ना. So basically this is, sorry, where so you have the data in this form. Here you have the specimen number, specimen or sample number, whatever you call it, specimen or sample number, and here we have the tensile strength value. Tensile strength. So you so how many specimens have you collected? 16. 1, 2 up to 16. And here you have the tensile strength value, maybe 48.89. Okay, PSI 52.07. Like this, you have basically the tensile strength value, and you will have some mean. Say suppose let me denote the tensile strength. Okay, tensile strength. Let me denote this variable by X. X denotes the tensile strength of the synthetic bag specimens, and the mean of this, it will be basically whatever is the mean value, it is denoted by X bar, X followed by a horizontal line above. So the mean of this is X bar. Okay. Now what I want to prove, I want now the basically to carry out a statistical hypothesis test. First is, what is the first step? The first step is formulation of hypothesis statement. Now, if you want to formulate the hypothesis statement, there are two types of hypothesis, obviously. So first is null hypothesis. Okay. And the second one is alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis. So we have null hypothesis, we have alternative hypothesis. So let us see mathematically how we represent. Okay. The null hypothesis symbolically. Okay. So this one, the null hypothesis, symbolically we denote it by H suffix naught. We call it H naught. Okay. And the alternate hypothesis, we denote it by H suffix A, or there is another way of representing it, H suffix 1. Either one of these two. Okay. Either H suffix A or H suffix 1. Now, here what will be the null hypothesis? The null hypothesis is, the alternate hypothesis is basically that you want to approve whatever it is, mu is greater than 50. And what it will be? It is basically the null hypothesis always comes with the equal sign. That is, it is equal to 50. So this is the convention basically. Null hypothesis always comes with a equal sign. An alternate hypothesis, all the rest means here the greater than, whatever you want to test. Mu is greater than equal to 50. So mu is greater than 50 psi. Okay. So this is formation of hypothesis. First step is over. Okay. Formation of hypothesis statement. The first statement is over. The first step is over. So what is the second step? The second step is your basically selection of appropriate state statistic. Selection of appropriate test okay. So the next is selection of appropriate test statistic. ठीक है, टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक. Now, selection of appropriate test statistics. So, what is a test statistic? At this juncture, test statistic is the this test statistic is basically the parameter. We can call it. It is the parameter or the metric parameter, or we call it characteristics. The character. So let us not call it parameter. It is the characteristic or the metric. Characteristic or the metric based on whose value the outcome of the hypothesis is determined. The outcome of the hypothesis is determined. Okay. Next is basically determination of appropriate test statistic. We call it statistic. Now let us see what is a test statistic. The test statistic is a characteristic or metric. So suppose at this juncture, what test statistics? So test statistics, say suppose the test statistic that we will be using here, say at this juncture you don't have to worry about the jargons, ठीक है ना? So suppose the test statistic, हमें मालूम है कि test statistic जो है, it is, we call it T naught, T suffix naught. अभी ये कैसे आया है, क्या आया है, ये आप लोग छोड़ दीजिए, ठीक है ना? Just remember कि steps क्या क्या है. This is the test statistic, ठीक है, which has the formula, which has the requisite formula. ये हमारे पास formula है, x bar minus mu naught divided by s by root over n. ये कहां से आया, कैसे आया, इसका कहानी है. It has got its own story. At this juncture, let us don't worry about it. So this is the test statistic that we are supplied with. हमें इसका वैल्यू निकालना है. We have to find out its value. आप देखो यहाँ पे क्या क्या है. What is this? This is the sample mean. Sample mean कौन सा है? देखो अगर if we go to the basically here, if we go to here, so this was our data, this was our sample of size. There were 16 observation in that sample. Now here the mean of this 16 observation x bar, this is our, इसका जो basically यहाँ पे values जो आएगा ना, इसका जो mean है, the average, this is x bar. ठीक है, so हमारा x bar हो, ठीक है, this is our x bar. So we have that, so we have x bar. ठीक है. Now what is mu naught? Mu naught is this value. This value. Mu is equal to this. The general form of the null hypothesis is h naught. The general form of the null hypothesis is mu is equal to mu naught. So in this specific case, what is the value of mu naught? 50. In our case, mu naught is 50. So here, mu naught is.
Is it mu naught is mean population?
हाँ, population mean है, पर population mean basically we are assuming, जो हम लोग assume कर रहे हैं.
Okay sir, okay sir, okay sir, okay sir.
Whatever we are assuming, हम लोग assume कर रहे हैं कि population mean उसका 50 है, तो वही है.
Okay,
you are right.
That means mu naught equal to population mean itself. Okay, thank you sir.
Population mean not exactly whatever we are assuming. It may be or it may not be.
Okay sir, okay sir.
But
okay, sir.
We are assuming the population mean to be 50, so this is, ठीक है ना?
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Yes, sir. And okay. This is what this capital S. This is सैंपल स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन।
सॉरी सर, ये एजम्पशन का क्या मतलब, इसके पीछे क्या है? कैसे हम एज्यूम किए कि 50 ही है?
50 क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है।
अच्छा सर,
क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है। इफ यू हैव हर्ड माय क्वेश्चन, 50 एज्यूम नहीं किया है बेटा। द क्वेश्चन इज द मीन टेंसाइल स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ ए एंड द बेसिकली ना।
Yes, sir, it is given in the question, sir. It is given in the question, sir.
क्वेश्चन में ये दिया हुआ है, दोबारा से सुन लीजिए। क्वेश्चन में ये दिया हुआ है, what the process engineer he intends to test the assumption that the tensile strength of the synthetic bag that is produced via the manufacturing facility, it is greater than 50 psi. ठीक है? It is greater than 50 psi. So if it is greater than basically 50 psi, जो भी है, so that will come. तो ये हमारा है basically 1 मिनट. Yeah, it is greater than 50 psi. So basically this will become the alternate hypothesis. Mu is greater than 50 psi. तो null hypothesis क्या होगा? उसका उल्टा null hypothesis, the statement which comes with equal to sign. So the mean tensile strength is equal to 50. तो वो हो जाता है by default null hypothesis. ठीक है? तो हमारे पास दो चीज है, either it is 50 or it is greater than 50. ये दो हमारे पास ऑप्शन, ठीक है ना? Either it is 50 or it is greater than 50. अब हमसे ये दोनों assumption में से हमको कोई एक assumption चूज करना है, ठीक है ना? ये क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है। अब इसके लिए नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या है कि हमको एक टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक का बेसिकली उसका वैल्यू निकालना है। अब टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक बेसिकली द टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक हियर इज टी नॉट। अब ये टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक कहां से आया, ये आप मान लीजिए, इसका भी एक तरीका है कि किस सिचुएशन के लिए कौन सा टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक होगा। तो मैं आई एम नॉट एक्सप्लेनिंग यू एट दिस जंक्चर हाउ आई हैव अराइव्ड एट दिस टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक। ये मान लीजिए कि ये बेसिकली जो भी है, हमने यू हैव टू डिटरमिन द टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक, ठीक है ना, बिकॉज द टाइम इज टू मिनिमल। ये बाद में आप लोग जान जाइएगा, ठीक है ना। सो दिस इज द टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक, सो टी नॉट, सो इट इज हैविंग दिस फॉर्मूला x बार माइनस म्यू नॉट s बाय रूट ओवर n. सो बेसिकली दिस इज s इज सैंपल स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन, ठीक है। दिस इज सैंपल स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन and n is sample size. Okay. Or no, number of samples, sorry, not sample size. N is number of samples. There is a difference between sample size and number of samples. This is number of. In our case, what is n? In the question that we have, it is 16. Because we have, ठीक है, this is 16. देखिए, ठीक है, if you see how, if our example, so here how many of specimens we have? 16 specimen. So sample size is 16. ठीक है, and s basically the sample standard deviation इसका formula है, s is basically root over, ठीक है, root over summation I goes from 1 to n, when n is the number of samples. xi minus x bar square divided by n minus 1. This is the formula of s. ठीक है? Now what you will do, next step, you will calculate, obviously with this you can calculate the value of, next is basically, ठीक है, I'm sorry, next is calculate the value of the test statistic, ठीक है ना। Next step number 3 is calculate step number 3 in statistical hypothesis test is to calculate the value of test statistic. Say suppose our test statistic is basically T naught. Say suppose it is given as x bar minus mu by s by root over n. Say from the question, मैं पूरा question में data आपको दिया ही नहीं, फिर भी say suppose we have this value, हमें value को जो भी है, say suppose our mean value is, say here x bar is 40 or say suppose 49.86. Say mu naught is 50. ठीक है, your say s is 1.66. say मतलब जो कैलकुलेट करके निकाला है हमने, and this is 16 and it comes out to be say minus 0.34. Now based on this value we have to arrive at a decision. Okay, now next what we have to do, compare the test statistic value with the table value. अब इसका मतलब क्या basically, ठीक है ना? So next is step number 4. Sorry, I think 1 minute. So yeah. So step number 4 is your comparing the test statistic value, comparing the test statistic value with the table value. अब ठीक है, it is becoming a bit complicated, isn't it? It is a complicated because ठीक है ना, जो भी है अभी basically with the table value. ठीक है, so t naught आपका कितना आया है, ठीक है, so minus 0.34. Now you have to compare this with the t table value. ये statistical table है, ठीक है ना, with the, ये बेसिकली अभी जस्ट मैकेनिकली समझ लीजिए कि कैसे किया जाता है. प्लीज आई विल अंडरस्टैंड, ओके, हैव पेशेंस, ठीक है ना. अभी जितना मैं समझा पाऊंगा मैं समझाऊंगा, बिकॉज 1.5 घंटा इसके लिए काफी नहीं है विदाउट द एप्रोप्रिएट बैकग्राउंड. सो आई हैव टू कंपेयर दिस वैल्यू, टी नॉट वैल्यू विद द टी टेबल वैल्यू, ठीक है ना. वंस आई कंपेयर इट, ठीक है, वंस आई कंपेयर इट, नाउ इफ T naught is greater than T table value. T table is a statistical table. जैसे normal table होता है ना, normal distribution table, वैसे ही T distribution table होता है. तो उसमें statistical table है. Basically you have to compare this value with this value. Now if basically if this value is greater than this, then HA is accepted, HA is approved, else if T table value, if T naught is less than T table value, then H naught is approved. So this is arriving at the conclusion, right? So this is how a statistical hypothesis test is carried out. So I will give you, I will think another. The first thing I am again explaining. So statistical hypothesis test, let me explain it from the beginning. Okay. So statistical hypothesis test, okay, it is basically, hypothesis means, okay, it basically means assumption. We are assuming something. Okay, we are assuming something. Okay, so we are our belief. We basically believe in a particular. We are assuming some belief. Now, whether the whatever we are assuming, we can approve that assumption or disapprove that assumption. Okay. So if we want to verify that statistically, that set of techniques or that procedure is known as statistical hypothesis test. Okay, that procedure is known as statistical hypothesis test. Now, in statistical hypothesis test, we have to carry out certain steps. Okay. Ashish, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, please. We have to carry out, say, suppose after statistical, sorry, please. I had a bit of a disturbance. Anyway, so where I was, yeah, statistical hypothesis test. In statistical hypothesis test is basically we have to carry out certain steps. So the first step is formulation of hypothesis statement. Okay, hypotheses are of two types: null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis. So statistical hypothesis test, or another definition of statistical hypothesis test, is basically it draws inference about the population parameter by analyzing the sample statistic. What is the population parameter here? The population parameter here is mu naught. Mu naught is the population. So another definition. So if I say the definition of another definition of statistical hypothesis testing. Basically, what is statistical hypothesis? Statistical hypothesis testing. What it is basically it draws inference about the population parameter. By analyzing the sample statistic. अभी देखो यहाँ पे कुछ हमारे पास टर्मिनोलॉजीज आ गए हैं. सो बेसिकली ये पॉपुलेशन, ये पैरामीटर, बाय एनालाइजिंग द सैंपल स्टैटिस्टिक. ठीक है ना. तो यहाँ पे पॉपुलेशन पैरामीटर क्या है? It draws inference about the population parameter. The population parameter here is mu. So mu is the population parameter. So it draws inference about this population parameter. Mu के बारे में ही inference निकालता है ना. Whether mu is 50, whether mu is greater than 50. यही inference. This is the inference that we draw, right? So this is the inference we draw. Inference about mu. And what is the sample statistic? By analyzing the sample statistic. So what is the sample statistic? The sample statistic is T naught. T naught is the sample statistic. Sample statistic. So T naught is the sample statistic. So basically we are drawing inference about the population parameter, that is mu, by analyzing the value of T naught.
Anupam sir, can you hear me? Yeah. Your voice is not clear.
Voice is not clear.
Could you disconnect and connect again?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay. Am I audible, sir? Anupam, sir?
Now, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, fine. So yeah, so yeah, let me connect the right. Okay, so let me share my desktop. So here, I think I want to connect it. I'm not. Deepak sir, I am not able to share the. Basically, is there any problem or is there any setting? I am not able to share my. Basically that.
Do one thing, sir. Just stop the screen share. Then again you connect it.
Screen share. Oh, basically.
It's still there. So just stop sharing. Then again you connect it.
No, stop sharing. It is not. It is not showing sharing.
I think in my screen it shows your file is shared, but
Because,
not visible to
yeah,
everyone.
Yeah, because it is 1 minute. यहाँ पे जो है ना, it is basically it is not active. The sharing button. It is not active.
Okay,
And
I will put everyone as absentee, attendee. Then I think now it will be visible. Now you can go ahead.
Let me see. No, I think no, it is not working. I don't know. Maybe some reason I'm not able to. These are the.
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. हाँ हाँ अभी सर अभी आ रहा होगा आवाज. Now you can hear my voice.
Now it is okay. अभी आ रहा है.
Now you can share. Now you can share the screen.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, what So yeah, I think
Now
we
it is
the
visible.
parameter.
Now
Yeah.
it is visible.
Yeah, now it is visible, right? So, but what we were doing, so you basically we are basically in parameter we are so in statistical hypothesis test we are drawing inference about the population parameter. So here the population parameter in our case is mu by analyzing the sample statistic. Okay. So obviously it is done. So पहले हम लोग क्या किए थे? Again, if we again refresh, ठीक है? The first is basically in hypothesis test. Statistical hypothesis test. First is formation of hypothesis. ठीक है? Formation of hypothesis statement. Formation of hypothesis statement. ठीक है ना? उसमें we have two parts. One is null hypothesis, another one is alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis कौन सा होता है? Obviously it is about the population parameter. So the mu is the mean of the population. So null hypothesis always comes with equal to sign. So mu equal to whatever is the value, say mu naught. Okay, in our case mu naught was 50. Okay, and alternate hypothesis is mu is greater than. ठीक है, greater than भी हो सकता है, ठीक है, लेस देन भी हो सकता है, इक्वल टू भी हो, मतलब नॉट इक्वल टू भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी, ठीक है ना। सो इन आवर केस इट वाज म्यू वाज ग्रेटर देन एंड इक्वल टू 50. नेक्स्ट वाज टू ए टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक, ठीक है, टू select to basically selecting the appropriate test statistic. तो appropriate test statistic तो basically कौन सा टेस्ट, there are many test statistic, कौन सा सिलेक्ट करना है, तो that is this is another part of discussion. तो हम लोग यहाँ पे मान लेते हैं कि the test statistic जो है हमारे पास T नॉट है. So T नॉट का फॉर्मूला जो भी है, this is x bar minus mu नॉट by s by root over n, ठीक है. सो हम लोग इसका वैल्यू निकाले थे, वट एवर द वैल्यू इट इज, देन वी कंपेयर दिस वैल्यू विद द टेबल वैल्यू. सो देयर इज द टी टेबल वैल्यू हम लोग देखेंगे. सो व्हाट वी विल सी द टी टेबल वैल्यू. दिस इज अ स्टैटिस्टिकल टेबल, द टी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल, वी विल रेफर टू द टी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल, ठीक है. वहां से इसका वैल्यू हम लोग मैच करेंगे, ठीक है, वी विल मैच कराएंगे. नाउ इफ द वैल्यू ऑफ द टेस्ट स्टैटिस्टिक T naught, if it is greater than T table value, ठीक है, T table value, T table, then HA is approved. If T naught is, then H naught is approved. अगर इक्वल हो जाता है, देन वी कैनॉट अराइव एट ए डिसीजन कंक्लूसिवली, ठीक है ना. देन H नॉट इज अप्रूव्ड. तो यही होता है स्टैटिस्टिकल हाइपोथेसिस टेस्ट. और स्टैटिस्टिकल हाइपोथेसिस टेस्ट का डेफिनेशन क्या है? वी ड्रॉ इन्फरेंस अबाउट द पॉपुलेशन पैरामीटर. हम पॉपुलेशन पैरामीटर हमारा क्या है? म्यू है. सो वी आर ड्रॉइंग इन्फरेंस ना, इसी के बारे में तो हम लोग डिसीजन ले रहे हैं. वी आर टेकिंग डिसीजन अबाउट दिस पॉपुलेशन पैरामीटर, इजंट इट? म्यू, वी आर ड्रॉइंग इन्फरेंस अबाउट म्यू, ठीक है. वी आर ड्रॉइंग इन्फरेंस अबाउट म्यू बाय व्हाट? बाय एनालाइजिंग द सैंपल स्टैटिस्टिक, बाय एनालाइजिंग T naught, ठीक है, बाय एनालाइजिंग T naught. सो T naught इज द सैंपल स्टैटिस्टिक. ठीक है. अब क्या होता है बेसिकली, नाउ लेट अस, ठीक है, कम टू द पॉइंट. व्हाट इज ए पैरामीटर एंड व्हाट इज ए स्टैटिस्टिक, ठीक है ना. व्हाट इज अ पैरामीटर एंड ए स्टैटिस्टिक. हम लोग पैरामीटर और स्टैटिस्टिक्स, ठीक है. सो पैरामीटर एंड पैरामीटर वर्सेस स्टैटिस्टिक. पैरामीटर वर्सेस स्टैटिस्टिक क्या होता है? नॉट स्टैटिस्टिक्स, please mind it. It is statistic without an S. So what is parameter? Parameter is basically the characteristics of a population. CHARACTERISTIC. Characteristic of a population. Whereas, where is it? Yeah, where is statistic is characteristic of a so this is your parameter is characteristic of a population, and this is characteristic of a sample. So how we define characteristic of a population? Say suppose, say I have a variable x, ठीक है. I have a variable, say suppose I have a variable x, ठीक है. This is height of the students, height of the students of NIT Patna, entire NIT Patna, NITP, ठीक है. So these are student number 1, student number 2 up to dot. So there are, say suppose there are around say 5,000 students. 1, 2, 3, so 5,000 students. So first student of the first student I, second student I, third student I. So this is the 5,000 denotes the entire population. Okay. And if I calculate the mean height, it will be represented by mu. So mu is some value. So mu is basically, so the population is, the entire population is denoted by x. Okay. And mu is basically the mean of that population. Now say suppose I collect from this 5,000, I segregate, okay, the students of mechanical engineering department. Okay, I segregate the students of mechanical engineering department, ME, mechanical engineering department. Okay, so the mechanical engineering department, the total mechanical engineering, say suppose I have 700 students in all, 700. So let basically your say small, okay, small x, this is capital X, this is small x. Small x denotes what? Height of the students of ME, mechanical engineering department. Okay, so this is student number 1, 2 up to 700. So here this capital X, this variable, it denotes the population, and small x, it denotes the sample. Now here mu is the mean of the population, and here the sample mean is denoted by x bar. X is the variable representing the sample, and x bar is the mean of this sample. So here this x bar is called the sample, it is called the sample statistic. This is the statistic which is the characteristic of a sample. Sample statistic. Whereas mu is the population parameter. The characteristic of a population is known as parameter, population parameter. Okay, whatever value or whatever characteristic we calculate from a sample, that is known as statistic. And whatever characteristic or metric we calculate from a population, that is known as parameter, statistic and parameter. Okay, so now it is about 5. So now I will give you, so this is the best I could basically possibly think, because it is not, there will be lingering doubts. I know that, because hypothesis testing, it is not technically to explain it. It is not a 1.5 hour duration discussion. You should have some previous statistical know-how also. And also apart from that, it requires 4 to 5 hours minimum. Okay, so this is the best possible way I think I could explain it. And I would now request Dr.
Anupam sir, can you hear me? Anupam sir? Am I audible, sir? Okay. So I think I didn't find any questions in the chat box except one. So I will ask the participants directly to ask questions, and I hope they have questions and some clarification they might require. So now it is open for all the participants. If they want to ask some questions, you can. I will unmute everyone. Then I will. Okay, let me check. Am I audible now? Yeah, okay. So now it is for all the participants. If they want to ask questions, you can directly ask our experts.
Sir?
It is open for the participants.
Sir,
Go ahead, go ahead.
can you please tell about type 1 and type 2 error?
Anupam sir, your voice is not audible. Anupam sir, your voice is not audible. Could you please check again? No, there's some issue with your audio. You just mute your audio and again unmute it. No, I think some issue with your audio. I don't find any difficulties from here. I think yeah, no, I think the voice is not clear and also it's break. Taking some time and again I think there's some issue with the network. Could you sir please disconnect and connect again? I think some questions you can respond. Could you please connect it again, sir? I request the participant, please wait for a couple of minutes. I think he will be back and I will soon answer your questions. I remember, see, I think before he joins, let me clarify certain things. I think most of the participants are not or are non-technical background, and it is difficult for them to understand the mathematical component. But remember, though it is interpreted in an analytical form, but I understand the most of the things are the methods are same. I think he's back and he will answer you.
Yes.
Sir, yeah, please. Someone asked about type 1, type 2 error.
Yeah, the probability of type 1 error and probability of type 2 error. Probability of type, I didn't go into this detail because most of you may not have a appropriate statistical background. And then going directly into this technical aspect, because with the limited time that I was given, so it was not possible to explain all the statistical jargons. So probability of type 1 error is basically, so we can say that it is the probability that we reject the null hypothesis when it is actually true. When we falsely reject the null hypothesis when it is actually true. And probability of type 2 error is when we basically when we accept the null hypothesis when it has to be rejected. When we falsely accept the null hypothesis when it has to be rejected. So it is also known as basically consumer risk and producer risk in mechanical engineering terminology. So I won't be going into detail what is consumer risk and what is producer risk. It will again complicate the matters. Please. Okay. So anything else?
Any more questions from the participants? Please ask the questions.
Maybe they are not.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
I'm
Good evening, sir. This is Pooja Agarwal. And sir, my question is, what should be the optimum sample size for the generalization of sample mean to the entire population?
There is, I have told you, there is no basically sample size. The larger the better. Obviously, the larger the better. Okay. And it should be, means if you the sample size, if you keep it greater than 30 or more than 30, then it will fetch you better results. It's gonna fetch you better results. So there is optimum value means basically you have to keep a trade-off between the sample size and the cost of collecting the sample. Okay, in engineering we have to keep a trade-off, but purely from basically from a statistical point of view, the larger the sample size, the better it is. Okay.
I'll just add one point. There is a session for session for stage in research process and sampling by Professor Rakesh Raman. So I think he will explain you the detail about the sampling and what method you adopt and what are the percentage or any particular value. He will tell you in detail. Any more questions?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I have a question. I am Dr. Sadan Sahu.
Yes, Dr. Sahu.
Sir, actually, is there any specific test for any specific type of research?
A specific test for specific type of research.
Yes.
Your question is a bit ambiguous to me. It seems ambiguous to me. Specific test for specific type of research. It is a bit ambiguous.
Because in the first session we have studied about type of research, and now we have gone.
Yeah, specific look for any type of research. The set of techniques. This set of techniques, say suppose hypothesis testing, ANOVA, these are independent of the type of research. In any type of research, you can use this technique.
Okay, sir.
The classification of the research is based on basically the type of the research is based on the conditions, basically like descriptive, analytical, fundamental, and basically the initial conditions. Okay, so these techniques, they can be applied in any type of research.
Okay.
Because there is not that hypothesis testing can be only applied in descriptive research,
okay,
or
sir.
ANOVA can only be used in analytical research. It is not that way.
Okay,
any
sir.
technique can be used in any type of research.
Okay,
These
sir.
are okay.
So, sir, one more question, sir.
Sure, please.
Sir, that the different types of technique like chi-square or t-test or z-test or ANOVA or Modvat ANOVA, whatever may be. So, can it be linked with the structural equation modeling? Can you say, sir? Because it is not discussed today, but it is my personal, sir.
Structural equation modeling. Structural equation modeling, obviously, it is used for building of relationship between variables.
That means a correlation and regression may be applied.
Regression as far as my TKS. So it may have an effect, it may not. There is no TKS. So you can statistically, it may be linked based on your application.
Okay, sir.
Structural, it can be used or it cannot be also, because it is based on your application. You can use it as a precursor to the development of structural equation model. You can use ANOVA for further, or a hypothesis used for. It is based on what you are doing. It is not TKS. So you can use it in isolation. You can use it in combination. It depends on the type of problem you are.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. I am understanding, sir, now. Sir, I have a small request to Deepak, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Deepak, sir, good evening. I am Dr. Sadan Sahu from GIT Gunpur.
Okay.
So, whereas, sir, actually, if you one topic you can add in your session that about meta-analysis.
See, we have a lot of sessions. I think all the remaining sessions it will be useful for non-technical. So we wait for some session. I mean tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
I have seen your schedule, and but meta-analysis is a little bit different because now that for the publication of the research and all of new type of research, that meta-analysis is highly essential. You people are technical people. You know better, sir, tell me.
No, that I think, see, whatever schedule it is decided, that we have to go that way. Let's see how it can accommodate. Then I will let you know.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thanks, sir. It is my sincere request, sir. If possible, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, yes. And next questions. Any questions?
Sir, one last question, sir, from myself. My name is Preetha Ghosh, sir. Sir,
Yes,
as you said, mu value, that is the population parameter. The mu value actually it depends upon the particular number what we are basically taking into our research.
Mu, no, I didn't say as such. Mu is basically the population, means it is the mean of the population. It can be any value.
It can be of any value.
Yeah, it can be, depends on the question. Whatever it is, it can be given, it can be given beforehand, it cannot be given before. So you don't stress your basically now, because whatever I have discussed, so it is basically of very limited scope, because it is not, if you are bigger, so don't confuse them, don't mix all the jargons together or all things together, because whatever, it needs further reading, right?
Yes,
It needs
yes.
further
Yes, sir,
reading,
yes, sir.
because yeah, it needs further reading, because I was in a dilemma how to present this topic, because this topic is of 4 to 5 hours minimum, and with some prerequisite basic statistics. So in 1.5 hours, I was in a bit dilemma how to present the stuff. And I think basically maybe I may not have delivered it that efficiently.
No,
Whatever
sir,
it is.
no, sir, no, sir, not
sir,
actually.
not like that.
Very,
not
very,
like
very
that.
nicely you
Yeah.
present, sir. Because
Yes,
now we
yes.
have lost many doubts. We have got clear, sir.
No. Okay, thank you for your compliments. Okay, I did try my best, but whatever, this is the best I could come out. Okay.
Because you have given all the fundamentals to what we don't know, sir. We know the statistics, we know research methodology, but we don't know these all fundamentals. What you are telling in this session, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you for the compliment.
Any
Okay.
more questions from the participant side? We'll take the last question. Any question?
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, what is the basis of hypothesis formulation? Is it on the basis of previous similar studies or on the basis of theoretical understanding?
Hypothesis formulation, the formulation of the hypothesis statement.
Yes,
You mean
sir.
to say?
Yes, sir.
Means how do we form the hypothesis statement, the null and the basically the alternate hypothesis, right?
Yes, sir.
The null and the alternate hypothesis, the formulation of it basically depends totally on the experimenter. What the experimenter intends to find out. What is his objective? Based on his objective, his or her objective, the null and the alternate hypotheses are formulated. It is based on basically you can say the whims and fancies of the experimenter, as plain as that. एक्सपेरिमेंटर के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि नल हाइपोथेसिस क्या होगा और अल्टरनेट कैसा होगा, क्या फॉर्मूलेट होगा, उसके ऊपर वो क्या टेस्ट करना चाहता है, उसी के ऊपर. ठीक है? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it was nice interacting with you all. Okay, and I must thank Dr. Deepak Behra for giving me the opportunity to have a discussion with you. So it is my privilege, okay, to be in your company. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. I request the participants for tomorrow's session. I think we have a session from as per the schedule. It is from 10 o'clock. So it will be delivered by Professor D.M. Dibakar, who was the chief guest of today's inaugural session. He will deliver about the research proposal and thesis design. Followed by, we have another topic, that is research ethics, plagiarism and citation by Dr. Sukhdev Singh. Then we have a last session in that, tomorrow around 2:30, the third session. It is about the perspective of effective teaching. So these are the schedule for tomorrow. And for tomorrow, I think the link which is sent to you is different. So try to join through that link. And I think the session is hopefully it is quite interesting for all of you. Though I feel that many of you are having a non-technical background, but remember the methods is same. The application part will be different depending upon the objective, but the method will be same. So don't be so confused, and try to understand whatever way you want. And we'll also share you the video or the things which is recorded at the end of the program. If any queries or anything you want to share, we have another 2 to 3 minutes if you can share. Or else you can stop here. Anything you want to say? Anyone want to say something?